everybody, I'm back. This time I wanted to show off Warhammer 2. Again, this is actually one of those games I kind of come back to over and over and over again. I think this is one of my favorite strategy games of all time. I never really got super into the Total War games before they went Warhammer. And I think thematically there's a big reason for that. So, we've had a big patch, 1.80 came out. You know what, I don't remember exactly when, last week? Yeah, it must have been, like last Thursday. And it brought with it a whole bunch of changes. 29 pages worth of patch notes are up on the main site. There are big improvements to turn times, especially in Mortal Empires, which has, you know, dozens and dozens of factions. In fact, let me, just for fun, go to a new Mortal Empire campaign. And show off how many
for the greater good.
They've also replaced the art here with nice 2D art, which looks, I think, a lot better than the 3D pictures. But here are High Elves, Lizard Men. I mean, when this game first came out, there was only like 3 here, maybe 3 or 4 here, 3 here, and then Scape. A couple, like 2 or 3 Scape. Well, 3 probably. I don't think anyone else had 2. And now you've got quite a few more options.
Serve the Shadow
all
King.
starting in different locations on the map. You've got tons of Skaven, including the one that just came out, Deathmaster Snake. You've got the Vampire Coast, Vampire Lords. They're one of the bigger DLCs that came out. I actually just purchased them. I haven't looked at them yet.
The Vampire Coast.
You got the Tomb Lords, which I've shown off in the previous video. They're a ton of fun to play. A little bit like Skaven, they have a lot of early cheap units, but they also have a ton of other very cool features. Check that video out if you want to see more about them.
Bring me to my man, the instrument of Sigmar's will. Summon the elected.
Well,
summon me.
I mean, Immortal Empire.
Grand Theogenes.
Empire's I'm playing as Balthazar Gelt, and in my save game I'm going to load here in a second. They made a lot of changes to how the Empire even plays, which they made them a lot more interesting, I think.
For
and of course, my favorite dwarves.
The Slayer in me seeks death.
Greenskins, always some really good times we have with greenskins. And you got the vampire proper vampire counts. Difference than Vampire
fear
Coast.
the pirate
That's a
king.
separate faction.
Where's my next quarrel?
I
am the wanderer.
Yeah, I haven't played these guys in a long time either. I really like they have a lot of really cool units I like a lot. Then you've got Bretonia, including a brand new one. She is one I'm playing with in a co-op game right now, which is going great. Then you have the Wood Elves. I think they're due. Most people think the Wood Elves and the Beastmen are due for a tune-up, kind of like how what the Dwarves and the Empire got, what the Vampire Counts got. A lot of races get kind of a recast to make sure they're a little more interesting and line up with the fun factor of the more fleshed out factions. And we're at the point, this game's been out for a couple of years now. I'm kind of closing in on just there's only a few more major updates planned before Warhammer 3 should be the next big target. And I think Warhammer 3 is where they're going to focus on a lot of the chaos stuff. There's chaos dwarves, a lot of different gods. People who are more well versed in the lore can tell you more about that. I cannot, but I like this stuff quite a bit, and I do follow it here and there.
Only I dare.
It's very cool. Look at that. Okay, so let me load my game. These can continue my campaign. I think this is going to load my game. Now, full disclosure, I'm not great at real-time strategy games and micromanagement in general. And when I'm playing in co-op, I just play on normal. And when I'm playing for fun, I just play on easy. I just blow through it. I'm not in any danger of losing, really. Well, I mean, unless it's a vastly superior force, then nothing can save you. But, you know, I mean, look, I'm playing on easy, but I'm still up against, like, huge stacks of enemies. You know, I'm not even sure the difficulties even do. So here's my main stack. Here's Balthazar Gelt, legendary mage. He's got some very cool spells. I know that, especially if you're new to the game, you're looking at this and you're like, this is so much text. True, it is. But I mean, Searing Doom, all you really care about is the bottom half. The top half tells you what you're going to gain by putting a point into it at level 2. Currently, it's a bombardment spell that lasts about 9 seconds, and during the time it's bombarding, it's dealing damage to a wide area. So, that's all it does. It's pretty awesome, though. What I'd like to do is crack this nut and take Karam Hiln. I don't have any sound effects.
Now.
That's odd. This happened last time I was recording, too. I'm going to pause the video and check out why there's no sound. Okay, I'm back. I have no idea. I fixed it. It was probably actually totally fine for everybody once the video was processed, but I wasn't hearing anything. So, I'm back, and I wanted to show off a combat, which this is a fight I can't win, even playing on easy. Well, I can't anyway. So, this is a pretty early, I'm only on like turn 11, pretty early fight, or army, mostly just spearmen and a couple of crossbowmen, archers, one mounted outrider. These guys are actually pretty good. They're light, they're fast, they can be deployed closer to the action to start things off and harass, which is pretty useful. Greatsword's probably my most powerful unit right now. Is this big, heavily armored, high leadership, very good melee attack and defense numbers compared to, like, especially other guys. You'll see, like, my spearmen have 13 less melee attack and 11 less melee defense and do less damage. And that's because greatswords are awesome. So if we go to the city, I can show you in the building browser. These are the buildings you can build. Greatswords are all the way here in tier 3. I can't even build them yet. I just happen to start with them. So he's going to sit here and he's going to keep raiding just to try and lure someone out. Actually, that's not going to probably work because they'll double team me. I don't know if I can. I definitely can't take him with a garrison involved, but I don't necessarily want to fight him either. So I might just try an ambush. I don't know what Balthazar Gelt's odds of success are ambushing, but in theory, they might think I left, and they might send one of their units out, and then I can ambush them, and then hopefully that will give me a chance to take that army out of the equation and crush the city, bring it under my control. In the meantime, I'm going to end my turn. So this is like I said, the one of the biggest things the new patch did was it increases turn times. You can see how fast these are just shooting across the screen. They're much faster. I mean, the AI is still playing as well as it did before. Theoretically, it's just hiding a lot of the animations that we don't need to see. Okay, so this is new. The last time I ended my turn, when I was recording before, I had to help them with a big fight. Now, this time, they want to confederate with me. Which I could say, no thank you. And I don't want to. They have a lot of territory, and they're at war with a lot of greenskin orcs. I don't want to mess with, or Skaven. I think they're at war with Skaven. So I don't know. This is actually a terrible idea. I would gain a whole bunch of new cities and land, and my income would probably shoot up. But I had to defend all these new places. Instead, and now here's one of the things that has changed. The Imperial Authority is a new feature to the Empire in a patch that from probably a long time ago, to be honest. But this is my first time playing with the Empire since implementing it. So this, I'm at 0 right now. If I go to -3, I'm going to go down further on this little bar here, and it's going to get real bad. I'm going to have a lot of issues and deal with a lot of problems. I mean, I'll gain a whole bunch of stuff, but confederating this early in the game with these guys, I think this is a terrible idea. In fact, if I say no, I'll gain a point of authority and go to this green +1 or higher notch. So let's do this. Okay, what does that give me? Alright, Elector Court Fealty, increased chance 5%, each turn for each count. My growth and my tax rate is higher now for all my provinces. If I had accepted it, I would be at here, which is the opposite of that, and then way worse. And then I'd have public order issues. All provinces, including the ones Averland gave me. Here's Averland. Let's hit tab. Look at the map. Averland is here and here. And if you click on them, you can kind of get a sense of what their neighbors think of them. So by having them selected, this is the relationship towards my selected faction. So these guys are not at war with them. They're not really at war with anybody around them right now. They were fighting Skaven last time, but maybe that was like a... well, who knows. So let's look at this electoral thing, because this is a little bit different. The electoral... well, this is electoral machinations that can improve relations with Reichland, with Averland. They already like me a lot, obviously. I'm not going to do that. This spends prestige, which I have 1,000 points of. I'm not going to spend any of it right now, though. Here's the courts, or the counts, electoral counts. So I don't fully understand this, but here's me, and apparently I have a chance now to get some traction here with this. Why is Manfred one of the counts? Oh. Okay. So, anyway, so now we have this guy here. We're going to put him back in ambush stance. I wanted to show off a fight, but I won't be able to with, without, that little event that didn't happen. Okay. Well, one thing I should probably focus on is growth. I still have a couple more turns before I get another point of population surplus, and I need 2 points to go up to a tier 3 and get a town. Actually, that's going to happen pretty soon. So let's just, I have a lot of money. Let's spend a little bit to upgrade my clother, which is going to give me a couple hundred more income. And I'm also going to build a guardhouse, which will put 2 pistoliers, 2 swordsmen, and 2 crossbowmen in the garrison, which is, I think, important. Let's go to diplomacy and sort by trade. I like to see if there's anybody here willing to trade. I have a trade route with this guy. He condemns me for I'm just more powerful than he is. He's an underdog. But let's just try a non-aggression pact. Oh, okay. Well, what if I tried it and threw in and 500 gold? Whoa. 500 gold. What do you think of that? What? Is that a moderate success? No? Okay. I just thought maybe we could get some trade going. So let's end the turn again. We'll just see what happens. If nothing happens here, I will... oh, this guy's cool. Oh, so he wants trade, yeah. So it looks like I'm going to export wine and tariffs. He just has tariffs, but that's fine. Extra income is extra income, and then it makes they're pretty favorable. You're not likely to go to war with someone who's making money off of you. Oh, I did it! I successfully ambushed him. Okay, so it was a smaller army too, so we really can't lose this fight. But I'm going to fight it anyway because I wanted to show off the combats and the battles are kind of 50% of this game is fighting. I think it's probably more like 80%, but I really like the overland stuff. Now, Balthazar, he's got some powerful magic, and 13 for the winds of magic. It's not a lot. I do have a power reserve of 80, so let's gamble. I can do better than 13. I can also do worse. I did worse. Okay, well, we can do. Alright, so let's bring all my guys back here just to keep things nice and simple. And it looks like I have a lot of guys, but honestly, I don't really. I only have 20 guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all of my, like a line of these guys here. We're going to put the great swords in the center. We're going to shift click those. And we're going to drag a big line. Okay, I should go even bigger. That's a big, thick line. It's going to be really hard for any of those guys to break through that. We're going to put the missile guys in the back, giving them clear range. And we've got... oh, we got more archers than I thought. Excellent. Let's go all the way across. Very good. Put the mortar back here. He's got, look at that range in this guy. Oh, there's not much camera here. I can go very far with that. And then we've got Outriders. We're going to put those guys over here for now. Just kind of protecting the back rank. And then Balthazar himself, we put the swordsman, the great swords in the middle. So I can put him amongst them. There we go. Now we highlight. Oops. I got this like this. And just drag that forward. I'm going to keep my mortar under constant supervision because as soon as something comes up, I can start bombarding it. We're going to speed things up a little bit. There they are. Alright. Look at my guys marching along. Okay. Alright. We can about start bombarding these goblin archers. And we might as well. If you hold on spacebar, it'll show you where they're going to end up. Looks like they're going to end up right there. I want to grab everybody except for they're going to keep on pushing forward. I'll let these guys do their thing. It could have been more accurate, but it did kill quite a few of them. I hurt a lot of them. Let's try and get one volley off here. They are in skirmish mode. Let's pause it for a second so I can explain this. Skirmish mode is where if melee enemies start coming at them, they will just ride the other way and then they'll keep shooting. Some of these like outrider type mounted units can like fire even while they're moving, which makes them incredibly dangerous. I'm gonna move these guys out of the way. And I'm going to do that because I want to be able to start charging for that. This charge bonus, it's only 4, gets added. Actually, you know what? There's almost not anything worth charging with these guys. Charge bonus is added to their attack. These guys have a pretty good charge bonus. And what we want to do is try and just smash their defenses and be the first ones to do it. Balthazar, he's got some spells here, and I'm going to use those next. Minus 30 armor is really good. We are going to have these guys start shooting these guys, and then these guys are going to start shooting these guys, and these guys are going to start shooting these guys. And I think everybody's got orders now. Most people have orders. We'll see what happens. Balthazar, you have lots of stuff. We're going to need to see how things are going so I can time this a little bit. There we go. And we're going to hit this archery team here. And we're going to give a big bonus armor to all these guys. And we are going to hex everybody around him. Okay. This is going fine. Let's pick these guys for new targets. This guy is a shaman. This will bombard some guys here. Some fleeing and some not fleeing. It's nice to have a spellcaster on your side. Especially one as accomplished as Balthazar. I think we've killed them all. Yep, that's that. Victory. Alright. Nice. Alright. We were never in doubt. We only lost 100, and they lost a third of their troops, many of which fled, but that's okay. That was very much in our favor. Plus 6 experience points for Balthazar. He might gain a level. Money. Loot. Bonus leadership. Makes it easier to take that city. Decisive victory. Plus 4 leadership. And I don't necessarily need the money. I did gain a rank. I could get 500 gold. That's nothing to sneeze at. But then my casualty replenishment's a little lower. I don't want to lose. I want to be able to replenish as many guys as I can. I think that they're just gone. Even though they fled, the units are gone because we are underground and it was an ambush, I believe. Alright, so I could pick... There, they say you revel in victory. They say you spend more time erecting monuments to battles past than managing the realm. They say you are a fool. We'll see who the fool is. I could pick that and get plus 5 leadership for all my armies. Or perhaps a more humble approach. I can make recruiting guys cheaper. I have a full army and I don't have any new troops to recruit, so let's just do this. Okay, so I gained a rank. I've been putting points in a lot of his spellcasting stuff. His, bonus armor. If I put another point in here, it'll let me overcast it, which will make it last longer. If the glittering robes gives plus 60 armor, it'll make the area of effect larger. It cools down faster, so I can use it more often. It costs less, things like that. Like, there's a lot of reasons to do it. I could get this Plague of Rust, which apparently I don't have. Metal shaping is pretty cool. It's just always on. Map wide. Let's see here. Effective range. Active. While I'm casting spells, all of my units get bonus damage and weapon damage. That's pretty cool. I'm casting spells a lot. What's this here? Leadership aura size. Hold the line. Man, it's tough to say. I kind of want to eventually unlock some of these bigger, more powerful spells. Final transmutation. And in order to do that, you need to put a few more points in here to get evasion. So I'm gonna pick up the very powerful Searing Doom, which will increase the number of missiles. I can overcast it for a slight chance at miscasting at 35%. But let's do it. Alright. And then I also gained a trait. Here we go. I gained a trait. Where's my details? I gained Orc's Bane because I achieved victory over greenskins multiple times. Now I always have plus 3 leadership when fighting against them. So that's kind of awesome. I don't know. I might be able to just take this guy now. I really had a hard time before. Yeah. So we're gonna do a quick save here because I don't want to fight the whole thing out here on camera because I'm recording this at 60 frames per second. So. And he actually beat me, so that's okay. It's a good thing I saved my game first. So I'm going to go ahead and be able to load that up here in a little bit. But that's good enough. I just wanted to show off a little bit of the Empire, show off a little bit of Warhammer 2, put it back on my channel, get it back in people's eye line of sight. The Steam sale starts next Thursday. So if you're seeing this and you think, man, there's a lot of meat on these bones, there is. You could just get the base game itself and have access to the crazy cool lizardmen, the amazing high elves, the creepy and awesome dark elves, the Skaven, and the main campaign. And if you already own Warhammer 1, you'd get the Mortal Empire stuff with a ton of factions to pick from. It's 100% worth it to me. It's super good. One of my favorite strategy games, like I said. So, alright, well, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.